Hello everyone. In this tutorial, we are going to find a solution to this interesting calculus problem. We are given that if y is equal to the square root of 2024x plus 2025, then we are asked to show that y, which is the original function, multiplied by the second derivative of that function with respect to x, plus the first derivative of that function with respect to x whole squared equal to 0, which means that after simplifying the left hand side, it will turn out to be equal to 0, and that's what we need to show here. So first of all, let us differentiate the function. I know differentiating this is very simple. Whenever you have a square root of a function, it is simply the derivative of the radicand, that is the inside, divided by 2 multiplied by the whole function. But in the second derivative, it may give us larger numbers. But instead, why not square both sides and apply implicit differentiation? I know that is the best. So if you square this, you have y squared. The right hand side will just be 24x plus 2025. So from here we can differentiate both sides applying implicit differentiation. Derivative of y squared with respect to x will give us 2y. Then remember, y is a dependent variable. You have to multiply by what? Dy over dx. Or let me simply use y prime. Y prime is also dy over dx. You should know that. This is equal to the derivative of constant will give us 0. So we pay attention to only this. It has a power of 1. So x will go leaving 2024. This is the first derivative. But we are not done yet. We have to make y prime the subject, which is our what? Dy over dx is equal to 2024 divided by what? 2y, which is the coefficient of y prime. Y prime is equal to 2 can divide this exactly 1012 divided by y. So we are done with the first derivative. If we like, we can substitute x back. Y. Y is the whole of this, but I don't want to do that. Let me just differentiate it for the second time. Y double prime, that is second derivative, right? Let us apply quotient rule because if we like, yeah, but let me just do that. It stated that what? Bottom, that is y, times the derivative of the top. Top is constant, its derivative is 0, times y is still 0 minus top times the derivative of the bottom. Top is 1012. Derivative of the bottom is what? 1. But since it is a dependent variable, you have to multiply by dy over dx, or simply y prime. Divide by bottom squared, which is y squared. But if you don't like using this rule, you can simply factor out the constant, which is 1012 times 1 over y. But you know that 1 over y is simply y to the negative 1. So if you differentiate this negative number will drop down. We have what? Negative 1012 times y to the what? If you subtract 1 here, you have negative 2. Right? Then you have to multiply by y prime because you are dealing with dependent variable. So this is what? Negative 2. If you want it to be positive, you have to drop it down. So you have negative 1012 times y prime divided by y squared. That is exactly what we have here, because this 0 will definitely go, right? So let's move to the next step and substitute y prime. Because we already have y prime here. So y double prime, which is the second derivative, will now be equal to minus 1012 y prime, but y prime is the whole of this. Okay, look at it here. That is 1012 divided by y. But this y will eventually drop down to multiply this y squared. So we have just times 1012 divided by y to the third power. Remember I told you that this is y prime. If you plug it here, this y will drop down to multiply y squared. it becomes y cubed. And this is 1012 times this, which is eventually going to give us squared, right? I think in order to minimize space, let me just make this squared. So we are done with what? Y double prime. Then remember we need to multiply it by y to get the first term. So y times y double prime will now be equal to negative 1012 squared divided by y squared. Why? Once you multiply this by y, it will cancel one of the y's here, leaving y squared. So this is our first term. Now what will be our second term? We need to square the first derivative. This is the first derivative. So let me do it here. Y prime whole squared will be equal to what? 1012 squared. 1012 squared divided by y also squared. Y squared. So what do we need to do? We need to add the whole of this with this. The whole of this is now this, which is negative 1012 squared divided by y squared plus this is now this. We have 1012 squared divided by y squared. Just observe, they are exactly the same, just that this is negative, this is positive. Once you add, you must get 0. And hence, we have shown that the sum of these two terms is equal to 0. Thank you for watching. Do share to your learning colleagues and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more exciting videos. Bye-bye.